You know that little box blinking away in the corner of your home? Your router. We all have one. But what if that box, the very gateway to your entire digital life, wasn't just connecting you to the internet? What if it was watching you? Well, today we're digging into something called DKnife, a cyber weapon that does exactly that. It turns your router into a silent, all-seeing spy.
It's a pretty chilling question, right? We put so much trust in our routers to be the gatekeepers, the security guards for our digital lives. But what happens when that gatekeeper is compromised? When the very device that's supposed to secure your connection becomes the threat itself? Let's break down exactly how that can happen.
All right, so here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we'll talk about the threat at the gateway itself. Then we'll get into what exactly the DKnife toolkit is. After that, we'll dissect its different parts, see how it impacts you in the real world, and finally, we'll talk about why this kind of threat is such a big deal. Okay, so think of your router as the main traffic controller for your entire home network. Every email you send, every video you stream, every single Google search from every device, your phone, your laptop, your TV, it all has to pass through that one box. Now, imagine a hacker takes over that control tower. They wouldn't just be seeing the traffic. They could redirect it, they could change it, and they could spy on absolutely everything. That, right there, is the essence of a gateway threat.
And the weapon that attackers are using for this exact kind of job is a toolkit called DKnife. Now, it's what's known in the biz as a post-compromise framework. And what that means is the attackers don't use it to break in. They use it after they've already found a way onto your router. It's the tool they use to set up shop and solidify their control.
So DKnife is a specialist in what are called adversary-in-the-middle attacks. And it's pretty much what it sounds like. It wedges itself right in between your network and the rest of the internet. From that incredibly powerful position, it can intercept, it can read, and it can even change the data flowing to and from all your devices, and you would never have a clue it's happening. And what's, frankly a little alarming is how long this has been going on. Security researchers have found evidence that DKnife has been active since at least 2019. We're talking years of this tool just operating in the shadows, quietly hijacking networks and doing its thing completely undetected.
Now, this isn't just some random malware. Researchers are pretty confident that this is a targeted espionage campaign, likely operated by a threat actor with links to China. And the evidence is pretty compelling. For one, the code itself has comments written in simplified Chinese. It also specifically goes after Chinese users and services, and it's used to deliver other well-known backdoors like ShadowPad and Dark Nimbus, which are also tied to Chinese threat groups.
So how does this thing actually work? To get that, we've got to look under the hood. You see, DKnife isn't just one single program. It's a modular toolkit. Think of it like a collection of 7 distinct components, where each one has a very specific job to do. You can really think of these 7 parts as the attacker's own specialized crew. You've got DKnife.bin at the top. That's the brains of the whole operation, inspecting all your traffic and deciding when and how to attack. Then you've got pieces focused on communication, like post-API.bin, which is basically the messenger, relaying info back to the command servers. Yitiji.bin creates a secret virtual tunnel for the attacker's data to flow through. And then you get the really nasty specialists, like mmindown.bin. Its only job is to watch for you trying to update an Android app and then swap the real update with a malicious fake one. Every piece just works together perfectly to give the attacker total control. Okay, so that's the technical side of things. But what does this actually feel like for a person whose router is infected? This is really where the threat moves from just abstract code into our actual everyday lives.
DKnife is like a Swiss Army knife of malicious tools. It's incredibly versatile. It can hijack your DNS, which means it can send you to fake websites that look real. It can intercept and replace your software updates for both Android and Windows with malware. It can even just sniff your email passwords right out of the network traffic and mess with your antivirus software to make sure it stays hidden.
This little process right here shows just how seamless and sneaky this all is. So, you go to update a totally normal app on your phone. Your phone sends out the request. But DKnife, hiding on your router, intercepts it. It then serves up a malicious file that's disguised as the real update. You tap install, thinking you're just getting a new feature or a bug fix, and just like that, boom, your phone is compromised.
And all of this gets to the ultimate goal here, total surveillance. The attackers aren't just installing malware for fun, they are watching everything.
They can see your private chats, they can track your location through map apps, and they can monitor your online shopping. Researchers found a particular deep focus on the WeChat app, where attackers could monitor voice calls, video calls, text messages, and even the images being sent. It's just a profound, staggering invasion of privacy. So, why is an attack like this so much more dangerous than, say, a typical computer virus? Well, it all comes down to its unique position on the network. It's on the gateway. This quote from the Cisco Talos researchers who discovered DKnife really just nails it. Because it lives on the gateway, it's not just getting little glimpses of your data. It has a continuous, real-time feed of everything. It's less like someone reading your mail and more like having a permanent wiretap on the main data line coming into your entire home.
Let's just put this into perspective. If your laptop gets a virus, the attacker can see what's happening on that one machine. But when your router is compromised, they see the traffic from every single device on your network. Your laptop, your phone, your smart TV, your partner's tablet, everything. And here's the real kicker. The security software on your individual devices usually can't see the threat because the threat isn't on the device itself. It's on the network's front door. So controlling the gateway, it's not just about breaking into one room of your digital house. It's like owning the master key, the security system, and all the blueprints. It really does provide a kind of godlike view of your entire digital existence. And that really leaves us with a fundamental, pretty unsettling question. We put so much trust in these little black boxes that connect us to the world. But if the gatekeeper itself can be turned into a spy, it forces us to rethink the very nature of digital safety. It makes you wonder, where is it truly safe to connect anymore?